Hello and welcome back to ESL ESEA Pro League Desk. I'm Alex Machine Richardson. I had to think about that for a second. And I'm joined by Lee D-Man Smith once again for our final game of the night. We were about to jump into Knives. It's TSM on the left-hand side of the screens for now and Mouse on the right.
Yeah, so let's get things underway. It is going to be Cobblestone. It is the final game of the night. And we'll see whether TSM can continue their dominance. 16-3 was their score just a moment ago. But that was on Inferno. This time they're up against Mouse, who have a pretty good score on Cobblestone. But this is a different Mouse. This is the Cbble and Chris J creation with arguably the better parts of the former Penta team. I don't know whether you could say that maybe, but certainly I know a lot of people out there rate Next very highly. Dennis also. Of course, we've seen Dennis rocking the AWP as well. We'll see what they choose to go with. Mouse did win the knife round there.
Thinking about it. They're thinking about it.
Now, they chose T-side last time on Inferno, it was, I believe. So the Mouse are one of the teams that will choose to go on the T-side. And obviously, you know, we're talking about Cobblestone as a map entirely. It is one of those maps where, arguably, you know, as in Devilwalk said himself at ESL Pro League Finals, it is a 9-6 T-sided map now.
Yeah, people certainly seem to have that mindset, and it's very evident in recent results. We'll see how this one shapes up. Given TSM that T-side, it's going to give mousesports a little bit more of a kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say breathing room. Of course, if TSM play their T-side anyway similar to they did on Inferno, then it's going to be really a lot of pressure applied early for mousesports. So I'm not going to question their CT choices. As Chris J is actually going incredibly aggressive alongside Dennis. They might be able to catch someone out here, and the answer is a big resounding no. As they're going to back away. Cbbe's been gooshed. He's low as anything, as he's going to be 1-for-1. And it's going to be now level playing field for now. But the T side are looking to try and maneuver that bomb on towards the A side.
That was stunning from Cbble. Spanner around.
That's big.
180,
that's big.
Immediately got it. Zipnix has got around the back though. And that's going to be Mouse getting gunned down here. Two members left on the rotate. Spiddy coming in. Next taking a heck of a lot of fire. But the bombers going in towards plant position. They're going to rotate, coming at the same time. Cover off the angles. Oh, Next, that's a big one. Now it's a 2-on-1. Now the pressure very much on Zipnix. He's already found a good tag on towards Next, but he didn't get the kill down. He's just got to try and delay this as long as possible. Run away, man. Spiddy will find him. The defuse will come, and mousesports will get themselves the retake. Pretty successful in all. It was a 3-2 split from TSM. They tried to pile on through, but Cbble, I don't know if you quite caught it, just literally did a 180 headshot and carried on running. It was unbelievable in drop.
It did cost him his life though, but that's an integral frag. You lose control of drop, you lose control of mid, you lose control of a lot of the kind of positioning between both A and B. And we are going to be seeing a FAMAS in the hands of Next
P90s.
SMGs for the majority. And yeah, you're right, P90 seems to be preferred for Mouse. Obviously, they need those 50 bullets.
It's the 50 bullets for drop, maybe? I don't know. Cbble was the man that was there before. Let's see whether he's going to go again. Looks like he will be. Piling in towards that drop.
Oh, look at TSM's buy there. They've got a whole lot of firepower. And this actually isn't a poorly bought upside, especially when you're looking at close quarters encounters like drop. Tech9 does plenty good. Maybe not up against the P90, that's for sure. Nade's going to come out, just going to tickle Cbble, but nothing really to report. But the T side are definitely setting themselves up. They have the nades. There's a whole lot of nades on the side of TSM as well, and they're going to be ready for an execute on towards this Mouse side.
Yeah, Spiddy in the corner. It's one of those sites that's very hard to defend. We'll see Cbbe's actually backed away a little bit. He's moved away from Skyfall or drop, whichever you'd prefer.
Whichever side of the pond you're on.
Yeah, whichever side you're on. And backed away. There's a decoy. So it's definitely a slow, engaged play from TSM this time. Oh, did he just catch a glimpse of the head there, Cbble on the bounce? Didn't see. Thought about going for the boost. Spiddy, again, as I said, that's a tricky position to defend because they always just check in there, and they are just gunning them down onto B side here. Mouse, they're not able to hold this one. Next with next to nothing. Device will pick him off, surely. And a second, no, does manage to find Device. Cajun B will get him out. Crochet comes around the side and just picks him off with the MP9. Not only did he get a pile of cash, he gets the round for mousesports in what looked to be TSM's round.
God, excuse my girly inhale. That was.
I thought I was with Jason there for a moment. He's
yeah,
done that one.
The
irony is the only person that doesn't do the girly inhales is Lauren.
Either way, I mean, that was, really strong from Chris. He didn't have much health as well. A couple of bullets too would have ended him, but he does manage to pick the round up. TSM took a whole lot of weapons out of the hands of mousesports though, but They invested heavily, and that's going to cost them, as you can see, pretty much a clean eco, just a couple of P250s for them. Oh, as Dennis is going to be picking up the first. They know exactly where he is, and he can hear the footsteps. He's going to be shouting at his team that they're going to be on their way. As it's all going to come down to Cbble, he's going to try and spray down, apply some pressure with his P90. I'm not sure he's actually hit a bullet yet.
Yeah, that was, honestly, I'm not sure he heard the footsteps well enough, but, well, they got around the back of them nonetheless. And that's going to be Zipnik's just about getting the bomb down before he gets gunned down, and Chris J gets himself another 600 in the bank. And that is a solid defensive round from mousesports. So this time, TSM, of course, with money. We'll see what they can do with it, whether they do continue this. It's an interesting map, the way it's progressed. Often we were seeing 4 people being sent away and just that one man probing at B site, and so often that one would actually open up B site. We'll see how it works out, how these teams have maybe changed the meta. We'll see whether anything's changed since, of course, we saw Navi pretty much dominating on it back at ESL Pro League finals. As it stands, TSM 3-0 down.
Yeah, and Cbble opted to hold on to that, or sorry, pick up that AWP, and mousesports on the other hand have opted to hold on to a whole lot of their SMGs. 3 of the 5 still rocking the SMGs, and they're obviously looking to try and get themselves into some close quarter scenarios. Next is going to be looking to boost up the M4.
Carrigan's there. Yeah, I was going to say, Carrigan's got himself, he pushed through the smoke, and I think they realized it was why they tried to boost, but tried to flash him out and go in there, but instead he's already come out on top, and this has actually put Mouse in a problem. Look, Nex is completely pinned. They know that Nex is there because he just boosted Spiddy up there, so he's literally got nowhere to go. They've just got him completely pinned in the corner, and Dupree will find him.
And here comes the response from Cbble. He's only going to find one with a P90, and mousesports are going to be realizing that this kind of, I don't know, confident play and sticking with the SMGs has not been rewarded. Dupree, the only one to meet his demise, and it looks like Chris J is going to be going a similar way. Not going to happen first, though. He does snatch Zipnik's weapon away from him before Device gets there, and we are going to be seeing a very convincing first round from the TSM boys. Or the first buy round, I should say, from the TSM boys. Full buy. God, I'm digging myself into a hole.
Yeah, that was a well-executed B push, and more importantly, Carrigan just going full-on aggression through the smoke. It's something we've seen happen before. Cbble with the AWP. We'll see.
And Chris.
How it works. Chris J, of course, gone for the AWP as well. We'll see whether Chris J sticks with it. He's got Dennis with him, so it's both possible AWP players going on to a long A, and that's exactly where Cbble is looking. They've both actually gone down into the little connector, so he's not going to find himself a duel just yet. But Carrigan once again has pushed through. Oh my word.
One bullet used and takes one down. Looking for a second as well. He knows there's going to be a few more players, especially as the nades start raining in. He's looking for a second tap, and Spiddy probably going to be cautiously anxious around that. Oh, wait, what? Where's Cbble come from? He's just going to be playing just
peeked
to
up
the
through
right-hand
the
side, and now Carrigan, while going aggressive, has opened up the potential for a push. Not going to happen. Spiddy shuts down Cbble with that AWP presence, and now 4v3. Dupree just snatches out of his cold dead hands, and Spiddy makes him pay the price. This is a solid defense now as Cbble ready for Zipnik's, but Zipnik's, whoa, too fast on this trigger, as now we are going to be seeing a very heavily tagged up T side. Device and Zipnik's worse for wear, and Device now with whereabouts known. Bomb is loose, and he's going to snatch that open run.
He's going to try and run, but Chris J is heading him off. Chris J is ready for it, and there he goes, blows his legs from under him. And mousesports will get themselves around again. 4-1. Good defensive start from mousesports here. Now, that was a little costly. Cbble and Nex, of course, should be able to buy it. Yeah, they got the M4s in there. So everybody... Dupree, I'm not sure whether he can afford anything. No, he's got just the P250. And there's going to be only a Tech 9 for Zipnik, so a bit of a mix max for TSM. As
it's been highlighted there, of course, by the Observer, you can see that this time Cbble letting Device take the reins on the AWPing.
And Device glass cannon as well. Or Spiddy. Oh, it's so
We haven't seen that position work for them yet.
No, it really doesn't. It's very tricky, but Carrigan's been full-on aggression pushing through that smoke. 3 rounds running now. Next in the corner. He's going to find one, going to find a second. He's going to back away now. There's no cover back there. He's going to just simply take you out of vision. Offers no protection, but my God, he's got himself a third. Can he make it a fourth? It's going to be Cbble creeping around the smoke. He gets himself a second. Chris J knows he's there. And now we're down to a 2-on-2. Chris J creeping forward, but Device comes out on top. Glass cannon or not. Chris J finds him. And now a USP onto Cbble. And wow, mousesports do manage to hold on, but that was expensive. It was enough though. mousesports have the money in the bank to be able to buy right back, but it's getting costly for them here.
That's 2 1v2s by that very same statue from Chris J in this game already. He's obviously a bit of a magic statue around him. As that one round you can see TSM managed to pick up. You can also see the amount of deaths that mousesports are suffering in these round wins has been highlighted there.
Okay, P250 rush this time. It's going to be straight into Skyfall, it looks like. Carrigan once again trying to pile on through, but this time flashed out. Device and Cbble just picked up 2 kills out of nothing there. They should not be getting those kills down there, and that's guns straight in their hand. That's an AWP and an M4 already picked up. Cbble luckily to their rescue. Will find himself one. Spitty did get the other. Cbble, well, what was possibly a great round for TSM just got cut in its tracks by Cbble.
Yeah, well, when they got no armor to work with, it's very difficult situation for TSM, but the opening pick still, that's more of a statement about mousesports than it is of TSM. That's a third for Cbble, as counting is difficult, and we are going to be seeing the AWP replaced into Carrigan's hands. And I mean, this is exactly what was being highlighted before. Mousesports, they may be winning these rounds, but it's getting costly, and they're not filled with cash, their pockets, and
they're going to struggle next round. They're going to struggle to buy up completely here. Unless Carrigan even pulls out something special. Remember, he has got the AWP in his hand still. You can see, obviously, he's running with the P250 now. It is Spitty that's covering off this corner. He's just hiding in the hut in the back there. He's going to hit all these footsteps. Nexus already rotating. He's a long way away. He's going to get an easy kill. Didn't even get the plant down either, so that will help out. And also rescued the AWP, so no need to go for it. But you can see money-wise, again, this is what we're talking about. They keep their deaths going. They're just about hanging in there. Lack of smokes and flashes, more importantly. Cbble just about getting something. Spitty again does get himself a molly in there, but he's had to go for a mag 7.
Hey man, Fnatic style, we've seen it work before. See if they can do something with it.
Spitty's been the guy that's been up close, and it looks like he's going to be once again. So he's going to be trying to get across there. Carrigan already trying to go aggressive, but this time the smoke's in place, and he's not going to push through.
Yeah, and won't be seeing too much from them at this point. Now, say that Device getting aggressive, and Dennis putting him in his place. Cbble doing exactly the same elsewhere on the map.
Cbble split them here. Dennis just the right thing, should be able to catch him. Cbble does come out on top of that one, and now I think Carrigan's going to head this way. They know that there's a gun loose, but Cble's already been closed off. Oh well, Chris J's down, and now TSM. They're going to expect actually Mouse. Mouse are going to look for a rotate, but Nex is sticking. Nex is staying here. And now Cbble down. Nex has got a hell of a lot to do. And they are just losing out in the simple one-on-ones.
I'm rather surprised they didn't take the mag 7 into drop. So it was one of those kind of positions where really mag 7 can do a lot either way, though. Does put a 1 into the back of Dupree.
Oh, the bomb's gone the opposite direction.
And I mean, Spitty, he's just going to be looking at that AK, looking at his money, thinking, wouldn't mind keeping this one safe and sound, but Zipnik says nope. And that is going to be the second now on the board for TSM. And now Mouse are going to be, the shoe is on the other foot, as it were. This
is down to obviously, while they've won the last bunch of rounds, the fact that they were struggling to get the money on, now they're in complete eco time. 6-2 still, so it's not a bad start for them, but TSM might be able to get a bit of a groove on now. We'll see how it works out. Device still sticking with that AWP. This time he's going to be challenging, and there's only pistols to face him.
Yeah, and TSM, won't be surprised if we see some kind of staple TSM aggression against this eco if they get that opening pick. And that's a big if, of course, as the nades do start raining in. Cbble trying to make something happen in that mid-doors area. Zipnik's lurking towards the top of drop, and they're going to be smoking and nading it. They're ready to try and apply some pressure, but Chris J is stalking Cbble.
He's going to see... Oh, I don't think he saw his feet. I don't think he saw his feet, but Device may well spot...
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that. That single rock blocking his view. Chris J going to sneak up behind them here. They're still not dropped down. The bomb, you can see, has not been picked up, but Chris J's going to get around the back of them.
He knows exactly where the bomb is. His team just needs to rotate accordingly.
Another great smoke. Another great smoke's going to stop Carrigan as well. So Mouse are holding up at the moment, holding for Chris J to get around. There's Carrigan. It doesn't need it. He finds Spitty, and now Chris J can go straight round to Skyfall. Dupree and Zipniks are there, but Chris J's like, why should I go looking? The bomb is here with me.
Dennis, don't do it! No! He throws himself into the claws of TSM.
Chris J's got himself tucked away. Look at this. He's just waiting. Device is going to be the one that comes around. He's certainly not going to expect someone there. Is he going to find him? Yes, he will, but I don't think he's got enough. Could have done with maybe rescuing one of those guns. Dupree should be able to come out on top in this. Yeah, picked up the bomb and ran.
Yeah, and the problem we've just encountered here is mousesports had so much knowledge. They knew where the bomb was, they knew where the T's were, or the majority of that is. But mousesports went aggressive. Dennis was a prime example of that. They just ended up losing the death, losing the numbers advantage that they did have. And with Chris J's positioning, he was just sitting there like, well, I mean, I got so much, but I mean, I need a team behind me. He didn't have that, but he has managed to snatch the up away. And TSM are going to go hunting to an extent, just backing away from the site as they try and clear the perimeter. But Chris is safe as houses, and he's just going to be waiting this one out.
Yeah, he's checking towards T-spawn, so he's no problem here. They know probably where he is because it's a pretty standard run and hide position, but I don't think they're going to be able to find him. Xipnix is going to come up. Tried to draw it.
Oh, like Prince Charming to Rapunzel. And we are going to see Chris J take that one with him. And it's going to be... oh, dear.
He lower the hair down there. Oh,
that's exactly what he was doing.
Oh, my word. mousesports, 6-3. So TSM themselves another. It's a shoddy buy for mousesports. Spiddy, let's see where he goes with this one. We were expecting... no, God B's going to go there again. So it's God B once again, waiting at Skyfall. Or drop whichever. Carrigan, though, going fast and furious. He's through the smoke. He's already out on towards B site.
He's just gone for a walk, and Chris J knows Carrigan's been doing this a lot. He knows this is a regular position from Carrigan. Oh, catches a glimpse. Just a shoulder through the smoke is all he needs, and that's going to be a very the entry fragger, really, for TSM at this point. Down and out. Carrigan's been just strolling into that site all too often. I think mousesports have learnt their lesson.
Oh, Chris J's going aggressive as well. He actually wants to look. Device is there. Godby's found Dupree in Skyfall. Spiddy now with that Mag 7 covering off the angles. So, well, Chris J knows he's got his back covered, but look at Cajun B. Doesn't have the bomb with him, though, but he's managed to get around the back of them. But didn't expect Next to be in that corner, because I certainly didn't either. I wasn't looking at the minimap. Xipnix and Device. They have the bomb in hand, but yeah, I was going to say it's going to be a tough task for them. Looks like they are going to hang on. That's a lot of time to hang on to these guns, but I don't think we're going to see Mouse hunting them down because obviously they are pretty low on bank themselves. Godby could do with maybe collecting one of those AKs or Spiddy because there's AKs up on platform, but Mouse are just covering off here.
Yeah, and this is a very solid CT half from the mousesports so far. 7 rounds, not too shabby, especially, you know, as we have seen and people have said that this does have a slight T bias. TSM not being able to find a way in.
And more importantly, mousesports, with the money issues they had, it's good that they've got a spotless round here. They haven't got any problems, so now we're starting to see them start to collect the weapons.
Just hoover them all up, get a couple of AKs in their arsenal.
Gone back to the Mag 7 instead of the FAMAS.
It's a very, I mean, it's a strong weapon. You get a decent kill reward.
Okay.
And it enables him to hold those close quarters. I'm surprised we aren't seeing him more in drop. He has been lurking around there a bit more this time, but we'll see where he chooses to take that. Once again, though, the AWP battle is going to commence, and it's an interesting one considering TSM's buy. An AK for Xipnix and an AWP for Device. Going to be looking for those opening picks and looking to pick up some weapons on the way. Let's see how this one shapes up. TSM looking to spread themselves out, fan across the map, and look to pick up a frag either side.
And the smokes and flashes slow TSM down as they are designed to do. It's Cajun B, the man that's going looking with the Tech 9, but Dennis was ready for him to push on through. The bomb making its way over to B site. 4 members of TSM are here. Spiddy once again in position. In a position that hasn't worked out well for him, honestly. But Godby's the possible pivot for Mouse here. Spiddy's been spotted. Every time he's tried that position, it's backfired on him.
I think he realises that.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this doesn't really work for me, does it?
Like the boost, though. Device is going to enable him to see a little bit over the smoke. No smoke to be seen just yet, though. Godby opens up his second. That's going to be a weapon out of the hands as well. That was Xipnix. He was the AK bearer.
That was down at Skyfall. Carrigan's looking there, actually. Carrigan, it has dropped down, so...
Oh, Spiddy jumping to try and get some intel, and he does get something, and that's that Device with his AWP is looking for blood. 4 CTs to find, and only 28 seconds to do it. That was a vital pick, didn't connect though, but it's going to be Dupree who shows up with the Glock. Another one missed, and Dennis does manage to shut down Device, and it's just 6 HP. Chris J says, a bit of a shakes his head, sorry, with the USP. And we're going to be seeing the 8th round on the board for mousesports. And that is really strong to see that TSM are falling back to this kind of, okay, buy what you can, scrape together the AK, scrape together the AWP. They are, of course, going to be able to pull together the AKs now. So they were just kind of maybe hoping for a slip up from mousesports. Mousesports didn't, though. And looking at the scoreboard, Cbble and Cbble rocking the top of the scoreboard, but pretty inseparable, let's be honest. I mean, just Dennis is sitting on the 5. On the other side of things, 9 frags for Cbble.
More importantly, mousesports starting to build up some serious bank there. You can see all of them have got around about 5k in their hands. Ooh, fast one coming out from TSM this time around, and the smoke's a bit slow to get there. That grenade, though, is going to bounce on them perfectly. Look at all the damage them grenades did. Just chunks half the hit points off everyone. Nex spins around, and well, they know that they're on site. Nex is completely on cleanup duty here, hoovering up the TSM frags. Only 11 hit points, but that double flash will work wonders. The rest of Mouse on the rotate, and they know that TSM are completely trapped in the corner, but Device is not done. He's not going down without a fight. Can he keep them at bay? He's hiding through the smoke. He's going to try and run on through. Almost got away with it as well as he heads straight towards A side. The bullets are raining through behind him. And it's Cbble there, man, that gets the frag in the end. 9-3. This is a really good CT side for mousesports. We've got to see what they've got in TSM's on the T side, sorry, the TSM side, technically true, but more importantly for TSM, that was their full buy. They tried to quicken up the pace and it's backfired horribly, and they're going to have to go P250s. Yeah,
this is going to actually pretty dire straits for the Danes. A couple of Tech 9s, just 1 armor, and that's going to be just the body armor for Carrigan. He's been getting opening picks, but that's usually when the AK's in his hands. They're just going to be storming towards him, and I think Dennis is ready. That's going to be just 1, as Cbble is doing work with the AWP. He's picked up 2 already, shutting down a 3rd, that is, with the 5-7. He's up to some monkey business, as Nex is going to get the final, and that's going to be a swift and easy round for mousesports to bring 10 double figures for them on the board, and TSM are going to have some money lying in their pockets now, and they really need to make this 10-5. 10-5 sounds an awful lot better than 12-3.
Yeah, we were wondering how TSM were going to be after that little break, little extended break they deserved, honestly, after picking up 2 land victories. Well, we thought they were on point as they took down Penta, but mousesports proven to be a much more difficult task. Dennis, is he going to be the menace? He doesn't manage to land the shot, and he backs away. That was Device, I think. No, it's Cbble, so they've switched up. I think you mentioned this earlier on, didn't you? The fact that Device and Cbble have changed position. Next, that molly is going to be on point. They know that TSM have pushed through on towards the platform, but they can't quite land the shots.
And they're just going to wait this one out. Quite smart,
Carrigan
really.
Again. Carrigan edging around there, and he finds Spiddy once again.
Now, 4 CTs. It's going to be a 4v4 mid-level playing field by Nex, who has just been doing outstanding work on this B site. And the T's are still gathered. They've been brought low, though, by the nades. Finally, 1 force, but Nex is so quick to respond. Carrigan now down and out. 3v3, and Cbble has yet to make an impact with that AWP.
They can't get rid of Nex. Nex is causing a problem. Now he's down. Now they should be able to get themselves in there, but Godby's already creeping his way around there, and here comes Cbble. Oh, now he has everything to do.
Can this be 3 out of 3 statue clutches? Maybe not.
Well, I was about to say not with that kind of start. It does put him low. He managed to get Device down as well, so Zipnik's the only surviving member of TSM. But they got an important round. Question is, can they afford to go full AKs? Looks like they just about can.
Yeah. They cobbled together their final buy for the final round of the first half. mousesports are kind of probably got a bit of a big smile on their face, beaming at this 10-round scoreline on the CT side of Cbble. Not something we see all that often. Now we'll see what TSM can do in this final round. They've tried, it feels like they've tried everything. They've basically whipped out the TSM playbook and tried everything from every page. Carrigan's doing what he's kind of been successful with in the past, jumping straight on towards the side, but Spiddy is ready. He's learned his lesson from the past, like 6 opening frags that Spiddy had to give over to the TSM boys. Now, smoke's coming out from mousesports. They seem to be very good at damage control once the opening pick comes out. Yeah,
good adjustment from Spiddy. Managed to get himself boosted up onto the tree there. This time it does work out for them. Nex has been really the stopping block that TSM have been struggling to just remove from Mouse. Peeks around there, Cbble. Oh, he so wanted to take that shot. Just drawed into it, but Nex really is causing so many problems. Cbble on the lurk once again. He's getting all the information. They know that TSM are here, but Cbble is going to try and go for the rope-a-dope and get around the back of them.
They boosted Dennis up. He's going to come straight behind them, and I don't think TSM are going to be anticipating this, at least not to this capacity.
Cbble is looking. Cbble is expecting something to come around back of them. Yeah, there it is. Cbble will find him. Godby's now got to creep on forward. Device manages to get that one. Chris J is the last man once again. Can he do it? He managed to get 2 out of 3 last time. Oh, that molly's going to get him. It's going to burn him out. He's on so low hit points. He's going to burn down, but they managed to get the kill.
Device.
In the end, Device once again saving the day. And well, there is the Steam login.
No, but
ladies and gents. But 10-5 Device saved. That could have been 12-3.
He had molly. He basically knew his death was imminent. So as he runs away from the molly, he starts tapping and connects the shot. Pretty fun to see, and 10-5 the half. mousesports going to be happy with that one. TSM just going to be setting their sights on the second half, and hopefully going to be maybe performing similarly to their counterparts, mousesports.
We got to see how this works out because, as we said, it was like a 9-6 T-sided back at Pro League, back at the Pro League finals. That was back in March. Whether anything's changed, how much of the meta has shifted since then, how many teams have adjusted. Maybe they've figured out how to hold that B site longer. It seems that certainly Nex had. Let's see how TSM defend this one. Look at that CZ in round 1 for Dupree. Okay.
I'm going to be seeing an interesting split. The bomb and one man is going elsewhere towards the B site. However, the 4-man stack looking to try and sell something off towards the A site, or at least towards long.
So Chris J is the only man over there throwing out that fake, and it's drawn Cbble. Cble's going to spot it though, so he knows that it's a fake, and now they know surely that it's an A site. Dupree's actually holding back. Everyone from TSM holding very deep on A site as well.
Still no opening frags just yet, and TSM seem to be kind of a little confused. They're really stacked towards the A site. 3, make it 4. Wait, I can see 4 people on the screen. That's not correct. 4 on the A site and 2. So they've got 6 members at the moment, according to the minimap. But
it's the fake in there.
The bomb is going to be starting to maneuver itself towards that A site. And time is of the essence now. mousesports 46 seconds to try and make something happen. And they do, of course, have the nades for this execute. Godby with a smoke. 2 flashes for him and Spiddy as well. So they're going to be looking to line something up.
Go. Device and Xyp9x are deep on this one. This is the thing. They're not going to get caught out. They are going to get flashed out, but they're staying in cover. Now that they know it's coming, Carrigan's going to be cutting out any second now. Carrigan finds one. Device is in a perfect position to cut this down. Godby's the man he needs to find, and he does. Device, though, taken very low. Xyp9x in support. Chris J trying to keep them at bay. Xyp9x on site, causing so many problems. And Spiddy gets cut down, and that was perfectly defended by TSM. They had the defensive positions. It was a passive defense, but it's exactly what they needed against mousesports.
Yeah, mousesports, they played that time down. They felt like they had the kind of the upper hand with their flashes and nades, and to an extent they did. But TSM out-aiming them, outbraining them potentially by not overly rotating, and we are now going to be seeing the first round on the board for their CT side for TSM. Signs of things to come, we shall see, as we are going to be seeing Xyp9x throw out that lovely smoke to cover off his teammates and slow down the T's on that fast push.
P90 is the weapon of choice for Mouse, but this time around it's MP7s for TSM in their second round. Let's see how it works for them. Chris J once again. So I wondered if they were going to do this. This is something we saw a while back, was that one person was the B pusher while 4 of them made their move over to A. See what they can produce from it. Chris J was trying to draw some fire. The bomb is actually making its way back over, but it's Nex that's got quite deep on A site, so he's going to be drawing some attention while Godby heads back over towards B site with the rest of his team.
Nice smoke, though, coming out, trying to obscure the doors, and Chris J's actually opened up onto Cbble. This is a start. Carrigan is going to be able to shut him down, though, but there's more where that came from, and Dennis gets the better of Carrigan. There is one man, though, standing stalwart on the site. It's going to be Dupree, and Device is there to back him up as well as the frags start raining in. But this is a 2v2. They have armor. They're going to have weapons in all too soon. And TSM, they're going to have to try and play for the retake.
Oh, are they going to check the corner? It's so often when you're trying to do the fast plays, you just don't check those corners. You just have to risk it and try and go for the site. And that's exactly how they did it. TSM do manage to recover themselves. Cost them a lot of money, so they're probably just going to go straight for a couple of SMGs. No, they're going to go straight for the rifles. Let's see. I think they're actually just going to pass on the SMGs to their teammates. Yeah,
cobbling together what they can. They've got the whole big stack of nades, of course.
Again for Mouse. Tech 9 armor.
Yeah, well, they can do it. They can afford it. They saw how effective it was, of course, just the round before. And I mean, Chris J got that opening pick. So vital when to have a fragger like Chris J on your team. Talking of frags, he is sitting at the top of the scoreboard, 22 for 8. This man contributes every damn time, scout or no scout, as we are going to be seeing a stack towards that long area.
We're starting to see the difference here with TSM starting to clock up the rounds. How big those rounds that Chris J almost clutch could have been. It could have been a 12-3 half. Ended up a 10-5 half. mousesports, they may well have needed those extra 2 rounds because TSM are already looking solid here.
Yeah, that needs going to catch next off, and he's going to be trucked down to 52 after that exchange. Backing away, they do of course have full armor. They're going to be less phased by these nades, but
Device is about to get pressured here. Nex is going to flash himself through. The rest of his team coming around. Device manages to get a blind shot onto Nex. Finally it clears, and wow, he just pops the heads, comes around, picks himself up a Tech 9, gets the 4th. Can he make it 5? No, Dupree steals it away. But what fantastic defensive work from TSM there. Device, just immaculate.
Scumbag Dupree. Stealing that one away. He's going to be quite comfortable with that one, though. Device unfazed by a full armor Tech 9. I know if I was in that situation, it would have gone a whole lot differently. I mean, Device just seemed to hold his own beautifully. As you can see, these frags come in. This USP, this is just beautiful. That the extra damage that was done to Godby earlier on enabled him to pick that up so quickly and so efficiently. And now 8-10 the scoreline, and TSM demonstrating just how strong they can be. Wow!
I was just about to say, Device has yet to go aggressive on this A. They've been sitting passive, sitting deep. He's not quite going to get a second 4K run in, but 7 kills in 2 rounds. I think he's done his work for the team there, that's for sure. But it's given an M4 to Spiddy, but all he's got is 3 hit points, and the rest of his team are already dead.
Yeah, Spiddy is just kind of delaying the inevitable in this situation. 1 bullet from anything. In fact, I think a strong gust of wind would probably kill him at this point. And he has 60 seconds to just try and get some exit frags, and Dupree just says, no, the long-range P250 wallbang through the rock.
Why not? So, closing the rounds down. 9-10, mousesports yet to really get anything on the board, anything going. 4 rounds already on the CT side. mousesports yet to break the deadlock on this T side. Chris J was picking a lot up on the CTs, but as of yet, they haven't been able to get too much work in. Let's see if they try and switch things up. Are they going to try and play it fast in towards B?
It's going to be provided so very shortly, and it looks like they're going to be looking to apply some early pressure. Nate coming out, trying to slow them down, but I don't think they're going to be too phased by that. Here they come, and Cajun caught in a bit of between a rock and a hard place with this AWP. He is going to see the tips of T heads, but it's not going to be enough if the flashes start raining in. Dupree manages to trade one off, though. It's going to be, Cajun B misses the shot he needs to hit. That's the second as well. They know where he is, and that's going to be one very dead AWP as now 3v3. Dupree got a lot to do. And a lot to prove. Looks like his teammate's going to show him how it's done, though, as we're going to see now 3v2, and the T-side's on the way out.
Look at Godby. He's coming around the back of them here. Zipnix is looking. They're ready for it. The bomb rotate's coming round. Godby called it, but now they're going to expect it. Look, Zipnix is already making his way back there. Spiddy's the man that's going to try and come around, but TSM called it. They realized it wasn't everybody piling through. Now, Zipnix is low on hit points. That will find him, but that's given the information. Spiddy might be able to get the plant down, but they are so quick to get in position for this one. Device and Dupree moving in unison. They've played together for so long. They know each other's movements. And Spiddy, with a nigh on impossible to keep them at bay, he has to land a quick early headshot on one of them.
Yeah, and they're both full health, full armor. These guys are going to be tough to bring down, and Spiddy, as soon as they see where that bomb's planted, they're going to have a good idea of where he is, and it's no problem whatsoever for the defusers. They do just go and make sure they have everything they can from the round. As he goes on a wild goose chase for Cajun B's AWP. It's going to be a bit of a walk. He's trying to time it perfectly, and I have just about managed to go all the way to that corner for him and recover that heavy investment, and we are going to be seeing 10-10 now. So it's a level scoreboard, and TSM starting their CT side with a bang. In similar mousesports fashion, we are going to be seeing 5 so far for them on the CT side.
So again, we almost saw success through pushing through the smoke for T side there on B. And again, proving that there's very hard to defend the B side, very hard to find a position that's safe, at least.
Yeah.
There's only so many places you can hide, and when Mouse have AKs, they may well be able to find your heads. Cajun B coming across, the smoke is down quick and early. That's going to stop Chris J in his track, so he's not going to be able to push on through. And that's give TSM plenty of time to get their position. Device is about to get busy on the top of A. It's Godby and Next that are going probing for him. Cajun B in a perfect lined up position will find Chris J. Oh, hello. Device has gone down. That's A side opened up a little bit here, which is why we're seeing Dupree already rotate.
See, Spiddy's going to try and catch up Carrigan. He's going to do just that, or at least he should do, as Carrigan did make himself known. Spiddy's so convinced there's another one in drop, though. He slows himself down, and that bomb is going to be on its way towards the A star. At least that's what they're considering.
It's a massive fake. Heavy footsteps. Dennis tries to creep his way back in there.
Yeah, but I mean, Carrigan's position is essentially the safest way.
Yeah.
And now, with 40 seconds left, mousesports, this has kind of bit them in the bum before. They leave too much time. They have the nades for the execute. Or I say that, there's a flash. That's all Dennis has left to his name. A smoke, or sorry, no, a nade.
But look at Zipnix and Dupree. They're sitting so deep again. This is the perfect two-man defense covering it off. Sitting passive. This is what they did in the pistol round that actually won them that. And Mouse are going to have to land some pretty accurate shots here. They've smoked off Carrigan, so then Zipnix and Dupree are alone. Zipnix now, grenade raining in. They know where he is, but Carrigan's managed to drop down, and Zipnix lands the shot. Carrigan gets one of his own, and now Dennis just all alone. He's tried to sneak around the back, but Cajun B already listening for him. He's going to catch him.
He waited, just that little pause.
Get the AWP.
That little pause. He managed to get it safely as well. Dennis has got his brain turned on, and he manages to make it even more costly for the TSM guys. Recovers it as well, and he's going to be a very happy...
But that's now 6 rounds on the board for TSM on CT side. They're yet to let mousesports get through. I don't think... Have they got many bomb plants in there? Yeah, there's been a single defuse. A single defuse. That's all it is so far for mousesports. One single plant. So, struggling to really make anything work here. They keep trying to probe. This time Chris J with that ult that was recovered. But again, the smoke's always going to be there. So he's not really going to be able to find anything.
Yet, though. 1 minute 20 still on that clock, and mousesports are going to have learned their lesson, I assume.
Zipnix and Device have gone a lot more aggressive in their defense. They've pushed up. And Device, yeah, I think if Device goes looking, they're going to give just about all the information they need. That it is definitely a B. 4 or 5 members of mousesports ready to go.
Yeah, 3 flashes between them. Sorry, make it 4. 2 smokes, and Speedy, of course, is elsewhere. Oh no, Speedy's there as well, so it is 3 smokes. They are ready for the full execute, and actually Carrigan and Cajun B are holding the most relevant angles in this position. Cajun B,
they're going to have to push through that molly.
Yeah, it's going to be thrown out, and look at this. Dupree is so ready. They're literally going to, they're going to hear that first nade get thrown out, and they're going to throw theirs in response. And here we go. The T-side throwing out their molly, looking to clear that corner. Cajun B does get flashed out. That obscures him for the first shot. Carrigan extinguishing the molly. They want to try and make a push here. And it's going to be TSM who come up big. 2 big opening frags. Make it 4 as Carrigan and Dupree take another. All left onto God B, and that's just going to come down to Cajun B to wrap that up with the 5-7. We are now going to be seeing just how efficient the CT side can be. And I mean, we do have no idea now how strong the T side can be. We've seen good examples of it previously. Now, though, just in this game alone, we are seeing just how strong a team can be on CT.
Yeah, spotless round for TSM there. They had that completely covered off. There's a bit of shooting gallery in the end. Shooting fish in a barrel, whichever one you prefer, really. You could throw out all the...
Why were fish ever in a barrel?
I know, why would you shoot
expression.
fish in a barrel? It's like, if they're in the barrel, you've already caught them. I don't understand that one anyway. 12-10's the score. One of those old sayings that just never made sense. Maybe made more sense back in the day.
I guess it's just easy to kill them.
Oh, it's going to be a Tech-9 flash in, and they're trying to rush on through. So they're trying to speed things up here. Next, with the bomb, already making his way through. That molly is going to come through, but look at TSM. They have the angles covered. Carrigan will get himself a double. Zipnix makes it a double. And, well, it is just Chris J, who actually has got himself in the smoke, trying to come on through, does find one, but, well, you're running headlong into all of TSM. And now at 13-10, TSM are looking nigh on invincible on the CT side.
Yeah, yet to concede a round. mousesports still hungry for their first. Closest they've got, you highlighted, was that round where they got the bomb down. Defuse came in, though, with 2 CTs left standing. So, scoreboard tells us tale of a very kind of...
The biggest problem now for TSM, or more for mousesports, is that TSM have got so much money that it doesn't matter if they manage to take them down. They can just buy straight back up.
Of course.
And they're already at 13 rounds, so they're going to be at match point, even if mousesports just ring the next 3 rounds.
No.
That makes no sense, but I knew what I meant.
Man, it made sense for you.
In my head, what I mean is they'll have rifles for the next 3 rounds.
Yeah. But, I mean, TSM are still kind of demonstrating that they have a setup that works, and they're not looking to change that. Carrigan, Even whipping out his Tech 9 for a second there. I'm not sure what he was anticipating. But mousesports are kind of hit a bit of a brick wall, a bit of a dead end, it seems. They're given a lot of slack. They're given a lot of slack on long. You saw them there. It was Nex and Gobby who were just allowed to completely, like the freedom. There are nades being thrown in, but I mean, if you can see Device's position, he's way back on the A site. Zipnik's miles away as well. And mousesports, they're given so much freedom, but they haven't quite clocked it. In so many rounds, the furthest I've seen Device play is just at the end of long. He lets them have that, and it gives them a lot of time, the CTs, just to wait. Well, look at this. mousesports are just waiting. So much time, 38 seconds, and Gobby's finally going to start lining up for a push.
And they've read it as well. Look, they've already got 3 people around there on the A site. Zipnik's down close. He's going to be the first line of defense, but Cajun and Device on site as well. Is Chris J even going to check for Zipnik's? He's going to hear that all. Cajun opens things up, doesn't even look for him. And it's another simple cleanup for TSM. 3 members down. Device is going to find Dennis. He just pops around the corner, pre-fires. And they got 1 single kill. Pretty much tidy performance from TSM. 14-10, still yet to let one slip on the CT side.
So you know how I was saying TSM are flicking through their strat book and they're trying to find something. I don't think mousesports have one at this point. They've ripped it up, it's burnt, and they're just looking to find something, anything into this one. You said that they were going to have rifles thereabouts, a Galil and a Tech 9 spread across, but just enough for them to have a shot at this round. I say that, but TSM just seem to have a strong understanding of how much control they can exert on the map without over-peaking. And
they sit deep, don't they? It's not like they go aggressive. Like so often we'll see people just getting right up there, but TSM switching things around. It's working well for them. Really yet to be challenged in Skyfall drop, whatever you'd prefer to call it. Look, Spiddy is going to be the one that peaks there, but Dupree's seem to be fairly unflustered as of yet, and really doesn't seem to be having too many problems, honestly. We are going to see once again Nex and Gobby. Gobby with the bomb this time, so it is going to be an A push, but Device is already making his way around there. Just got flashed out and taken down. That may well be an opening on A side. Zipnik's the sole man here. Carrigan's rotating round. Mouse, if they picked up the pace, would have been in, but they've taken it so long to get in there. It's going to be a 5-on-2. They're pushing through.
Yeah, mousesports need this round. That 15 would be terrifying for them as here comes the push. The big swarm of Ts, and Zipnix is ready to receive them. Swat, looking for a second. Next. Doesn't go, Gobby doesn't go down without a fight though. As now we're going to be seeing 3, make it 2 as the bodies start falling. Carrigan's just adding hair off their head to his mantelpiece. Gobby though does get another one, and now 2v2. Gobby swerves for wear, that's not stopping him fragging. All onto Spiddy though, Cajun B and Spiddy, 1v1. And that bomb is loose. He's got 19 seconds, and Cajun B knows that time is of the essence for this terrorist. As the bomb is going to go in. This is going to put him in the driving seat of this round. He knows just a pistol for the close quarters. Cajun B could opt for the AWP as well, but Spiddy is going to be starting to question Cajun B's position. Cajun B's made it a little easier for him. As here comes the hunt, and that's a big connection. Down to 37. As these guys are just going to play ring around the rosy. And that's going to be spotted head. He's trying to try and connect. Oh my lord, he's fluffed it. No. And Spiddy was so evidently nervous about that one. He knew Cajun B was the enemy alive. He knew how effective he can be with any weapon you put in his hands. And he just used the 5-7 to dispatch of the mousesports player. And that, my friends, is why mousesports are not winning this one. Those situations of rounds that TSM have played time and time again. And it's evidenced in their play just how consistent a team can be. And now 15-10, and this is going to be a perfect CT side for TSM.
Oh man, Spiddy. That's all he could see was the head. All he could see was the head. He just needed to land anything, but oh dear me, look at all those rounds.
An unblemished CT side.
Very well done. Very well done. I can use my words. TSM though, they're going to boost in there, and mousesports pretty much ran out of things to do. Next is just going to go try raw regression. Device had gone aggressive, so he does manage to get one down on A. Chris J tries to push through, does find Cajun B, but immediately is cut down in his tracks. Dupree just about comes out on top in that straight up duel. Speedy down, 3-on-2. And Nex making his move with the bomb. Dennis flashed out the second he showed. TSM keeping 2 people in Skyfall. They're trying to get a boost, trying to get a peek. And I think they realise this may well be an A push. Dennis has got himself in a good position here. Dennis has got himself really deep, but look at Zipnik's. Again, we talked about how passive, how defensive they work. Dupree's about to come around, Carrigan coming around the back of him, and mousesports are walking straight into a TSM trap.
Yeah, it's not going to go too well for them. TSM, their jaws are open and they're ready for the mouse to jump in. Dennis, though,
Dennis,
could go
the
unnoticed.
footstep, the single step.
He should have went out on this exchange, and he does. It's going to be Dennis, though, who trying to do his best. Next does fall, and we have our winners. TSM, completely perfect CT execution against mousesports. There was not a falter there for them. A couple of maybe missed out frags, but overall, a really strong CT side. And I mean, before we went into this one, previous results kind of hinted at a T bias. That you've said it before. That kind of you've seen T sides pick up 9-6. TSM seem to have a good understanding of how to play CT.
11 rounds running.
Sure.
Perfect CT side. You can't say better than that, really, for TSM. We were wondering, you know, when they were losing and mousesports were picking up those strong CT sides. It seems that he's back on the CT side. The meta switched again. Who knows? You can't take too much from one game, but it really is down to the teams, it seems, and both these teams had solid CT sides. Yeah,
they certainly did. And that about wraps up our today's games, but there's a whole lot more going on, of course, in the ESL ESEA Pro League. You can see the scores from today. We saw VP prevail over NIP on Train. What a game! If you did miss that, do go and watch that back, because it was it's great to see Train starting to evolve.
Good to see the old boys back on top. Neo and Forest both top fragging for their teams as well. It seems a bit weird for me to call Forest old, but that's the way it is.
You can get away with it.
TSM, though, they've been dominant tonight. This was their first appearance in the Pro League and already 2 wins on their belt.
Yeah, and of course, we're not alone. The guys in NA are going to be playing later this evening. If you've got a messed up sleep schedule like me, you'll be watching them. If not, though, I'm sure the VODs will be available on YouTube. But in tonight's NA games, first game will be CLG up against mousesports. And the interesting point to be made about that is, of course, CLG's roster. It's a little unstable at this point. Of course, the loss of Peter, they're trying new things. They've tried JDM. We've also seen them suggest Mo. And another point that needs to be made about that is that I have seen in the ESEA site.
We're not sure what to make of that one.
I'm going to mention it though, because people are hinting. I saw this this VOD where they were just having a chat on CLG, and they were like, "Hey, have you thought about Cadian?" And they were like, "Actually, I hadn't thought about that." I don't know how serious they were being, but they have played a game with them recently.
We've seen too much of Cadian already. But also Shazam joining Tempo, so we'll see how that works out. He's joining Synergy. But of course, Nihilum. It's going to be their first appearance in the Pro League. So we'll see how they do. How's Hiko and boys going to handle the action?
Yeah, and I mean, the final game, of course, it's going to be the first real test for them. But, of course, for EU, tomorrow's game in Europe, it is huge. And it's going to be myself and Jason bringing you those ones. And, I mean, starting with a bang, TSM Virtus.pro on Dust 2. That's going to be a spectacle. And
a triple TSM treat.
I mean, yeah, we're going to have given you 5 games of TSM in 2 days. That's how this one's going to shape up.
TSM Virtus.pro, Navi, NIP, TSM Fnatic, TSM Titan. What a day of gaming we're going to have tomorrow. And I'm going to be doing spectating, so it's going to be a mess.
No, you are going to be incredible, Lee. But I mean, that is so exciting. So many big names. I basically tweeted, I was like, looking down at the list, like, holy
cow,
God, we have got a star-studded lineup for tomorrow's game. So do be sure to tune in tomorrow. That'll be starting at 7 CET to catch all the action. That about wraps it up, though, from us here at the ESL desk. And I think it's safe to say that we had great fun seeing, well, let's be honest, NIP struggling again against Virtus.pro, and even more action on Cbble with TSM's perfect CT performance. All in all, though, it is time for us to go, and we will see you tomorrow.